Squashed. Squashed. We're doing it, everybody. Welcome to the DeVito show. I'm the Mud Shark on my third podcast of the day. Joining me is the doctor with a PhD in DeVito, Dr. Chow. How are you?
Yo, what's up, punks?
What's up?
It's been a long time.
Squashed.
It's been a while. It's been a while since we've joined forces, Mud Shark. I wish we would have gotten one in last week, but alas, we're here and we got a lot to cover. It's been 2 weeks since our last episode, and it's been a roller coaster with Ray ever since that happened. Because, you know, if you remember, in our last episode, he had basically said he's done with the Dabbleverse.
He's out. He's done.
Went straight to cards. Going to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he was doing the cards. He went to the baseball card convention. He was unpacking. I go, oh my God, Ray took my advice. He's doing a baseball card show. Then go ahead.
Yeah, he went to the Football Hall of Fame, and he was having big time comics like Nick Simmons and John Fish on. And then
big time comics.
All it took was one invite from Daddy Kevin Brennan. And he's right back in full 100% watching clips of the Dabbleverse, commenting on things he doesn't know. And I love to see it.
Yeah, it's funny because I really thought Ray kind of figured things out. Every now and then you feel like you get through to Ray, like something's clicking, and then you see him trying, and then he just goes right back to what he was doing. And now he's talking about the Dabbleverse. He's reviewing DabbleCon and what they did wrong and who was good and who wasn't. And it's a fucking mess. He's got Liam back on the show, who honestly, I got to be honest with you. I don't know who the good egg of the week's going to be, but I'm going to be voting for Liam. I might put up a poll. Let's put up a poll to see who you think should be the good egg of the week.
I think Liam should. Yeah, I agree with that. And I think Liam should be a permanent fixture with Ray because they just have such good chemistry. And it's an amazing dynamic between them because you know how Ray thinks in hierarchy, like who's above them, yes, they can shit on them, who's below them, they can't.
Right.
Well,
depending on how many TV credits you have.
But Liam and Ray are at this level where Ray thinks he's above Liam, but Liam thinks he's above Ray. But they're like the same guy in a sense. You know, they're like older comics who, you know, don't do it anymore or whatever. So it's like this interesting dynamic where Ray still takes offense when he shits on him, but then also can shit back on him. I don't know. It's like, I think it's the perfect dynamic between Liam and Ray. And it's yielded us a couple really, really good episodes. While you're getting that. Oh, go ahead.
I got the legend. I got Liam. Who else? We should put 2 more on.
Okay. So I want to give a shout out to this, this Twitter account that I've seen. Gay DeVito.
Gay DeVito.
Yeah.
_ DeVito. Got it. And who else you think should be the good egg of the week? You know Ray. You know who he hangs out with. Who has he on the most? Who does he trust? Who's the good egg? Carlos? Or he already won it, so he can't. He's
Leo Gunn, maybe.
Leo Gunn. Let's put Leo Gunn on the list. So we got. Here's your poll, everybody. I just started up. We got the legend. We got Liam. We got Gay DeVito Twitter account and Leo Gunn. Please vote, and we will pick the good egg of the week at the end of the show.
Yeah. So another thing, I just want to correct the record. Last week, our last episode, we were talking about, and this is Ray's words, he missed out on $100,000 because of those 2 nieces and nephews that were born after his father died.
Right.
Someone in the chat pointed this out, but the nominal difference of cash that he missed out on was $16.666 thousand because it was $25,000 to each niece and nephew, and that was pulled out of the 3 siblings pool, so that's $50,000 less for them. So he's entitled to 1/3 of that, and instead of him getting 1/3, I guess the 2 nieces and nephews each got $25K. So basically, all that blow up about inheritance was over a difference of $16,000, which is incredible.
So that was the whole big deal because he told his nieces they owe him because of that money, right?
Yeah. So, initially it was like he was saying, it was supposed to be 100,000, and I think I did the math last week. I don't have the notes on it, but he said he got 30,000. So I put the whole estate value. I think it was around like 150, 180, something like that. And yeah, he essentially got 30. What his words, and he was probably entitled to like 46. So just incredible stuff. That's when we did our last episode, that Sheckler documentary was just fresh. So it's been a while. So I know that seems like old news now, but yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
But
Well, hey, let me check this out before we jump into our clips, because this was sent to me. We talked about Ray's childhood home. This is an audible that I'm calling. And we happen to find Ray's childhood. We're not doxing because he doesn't live there. We don't know who lives there, but it's up on Zillow right now. That's where Ray grew up. This is a typical Lakewood home. And I Googled it. I actually lived on Ray Street. I lived 0.03 miles away. If Ray would have stayed there, we could have been neighbors. So there it is. It's sold in 2022.
Yeah, so this is the famous 1647 Waterbury. Sorry, I was trying to. We're dealing with the audio issue before the show.
That's fine. That's fine.
But saw a couple of our loyal, HMB head mod Bill commented on it, so I wanted to address it. But this is the famous 1647 Waterbury Road, which is the home that the debut album of Mr. Davinsky was named after, and
There's his kitchen. There's the kitchen.
Well, actually, I don't know if that's his kitchen because it's a duplex. So it's a 2-family home.
Oh, okay.
And that looks like it's the upstairs based on.
What was Ray downstairs?
Yeah, he was downstairs, and he says his family was upstairs. So
well, this got to be downstairs because there's a fireplace. They don't have fireplaces upstairs.
That's downstairs, correct?
Yeah, this is Ray's living room growing up. I lived in these Lakewood homes. I lived in Lakewood for 11 years, so they all look the same. They're all old school houses. I doubt this was Ray's furniture growing up, but this is the kid. Yeah, this is his. It looks pretty nice, actually.
Yeah, so I even was thinking of a plan of if we could buy this. I think the rents on these 2 units might be about $1,850 each. So you could pull in about $3,600 a month. Now here's the room, the famous hallowed whack shack, as they call it. Or
this was the whack shack with the weight bench?
Yes. This is where Ray was put for the time being. And this is where he lived. And it did have its own little bathroom. And do
you think that was Ray's weight bench?
I doubt it, but yeah. So, yeah, this is a 2-family house. I think what would be great if someone bought this, if we could find a nice property manager, or even here's my gist. What if we say, Ray, you can live in this room once again, rent free, but you need to manage the property. And if you take in the rents on the 2 other units, you seal this off so he can never get into the units. You could potentially turn a little profit, and Ray could unburden everyone else around him and have his first home back to him. So I don't know, just an idea.
Well, this is a great idea because I lived on this street. This is walking distance to the RTA, which is public transportation, public busing, and it's the RTA train that takes you directly to Cleveland Hopkins Airport and drops you right off. Do you remember when he was going to take the train to go to Vegas? He was going to park his car. So he could actually, Ray, this is a no-brainer. You could move back to your childhood home. You have public transportation. I lived in Lakewood. It's 10 minutes to downtown Cleveland. You're right there. It's perfect. We can do this, Ray. Think about it. Move back home, baby. He's coming home. He's coming home. I love it.
Yeah, so incredible stuff. That's to tie up a couple loose ends from last week on our episode that we were discussing. But the last 2 weeks of Ray have been pretty wild, wouldn't you say? I would say the biggest event is the return to MLC. What was your take on that?
I was actually shocked, but that's kind of Kevin Brennan's MO. He likes to call, do things that no one expects at any given time. But I knew no matter what Ray was saying, how he's moving on. He can now get guests that now that he's not covered by Kevin. I knew he would run back to Kevin because that's the biggest audience he's ever had his entire career. So plus Kevin pays. So I knew it was going to happen. But, at the end of the day, I don't think it's really going to help Ray in the long run.
Well, I think his approval from Kevin Brennan's approval to him means more than anything, more than any money. And just the idea that he would send the link to him, like Ray feels like he's got this new confidence back. On his first stream after Friday, I swear he dropped 200 good eggs on the stream. He was calling every you're a good egg. You're a good egg. You're a good egg. remember he kind of got away from the good eggs for a while. He would say like, "Yeah, you're a good guy, but the good egg is back, bro." And I think it was Kevin having him on and giving him that pat on the back, even though they were clowning him. You went on and dunked on him. Like, I think the whole thing of him just being on the show has like changed his outlook on life.
Well, I'm curious because I don't know if there's any kind of self-evaluation, but like I don't know if you've ever watched things back and like, oh, I'm saying too much, I'm doing too much, I'm saying certain words. Ray seems to not do that at all. In fact, when there's a problem like good egg, he enhances it. He makes more of it. He says it more than he normally would. It's kind of strange. Instead of fixing it, he makes it worse.
It seems like yeah. I mean, I try to do that too. I say like and and
right.
Everyone says I talk slow and all that shit. So I try to improve it a little bit from show to show. But I'm no entertainer. I'm no performer. So I'll be the first to tell you guys that. I'm just here for
either's
to support the shark. Yeah, but on top of that, I mean, he's been wearing that Primus tee like almost every show. Primus. You've seen that?
Well, he picked that one up from the concert, right? And that thing runs $60 a pop. So obviously, Ray, you know, instead of buying food, a new car, windshield, or doing something, or putting that money towards a place to live on his own, he's like, I need a Primus shirt. I need a Rolling Stones concert shirt. He needs everything but
Bruce Springsteen.
Bruce Springsteen, even though he doesn't like Bruce Springsteen, the songs he played. He doesn't like the Rolling Stones logo, but he bought a shirt anyway. I mean, it's amazing where the money goes. It really is.
It is, man. And the hobo wine is his new drink of choice instead of the beers. He's been chugging out the bottle of wine, the 7-Eleven wine, every night now. So,
yeah, because, you know, he wants to get rid of that gout. And that's what Ray will do. He'll quit drinking beer. He'll drink wine for a couple of weeks. The gout will go, and then he'll go back to beer, and the gout will come back. It's a never-ending cycle.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
One thing we're not going to cover tonight, but when he had that Nick Simmons guy on, Ray was super pissed at Tom Segura.
Really?
Yeah, because he thinks Tom Segura stole his Steven Seagal bit.
Are you? This is news to me. Wow.
Yeah, I'll clip it up for you and send it to you privately.
Where would Tom Segura have seen him?
I don't know. The story went as like Ray did a Steven Seagal bit like 7 to 8 years ago, and then Tom did a special like last year and told us Steven Seagal bit, and a ton of people were emailing Ray telling him like he stole your bit, you know, which is like one person.
And again, by ton, it's one. It's like all these high roller super chatters. It's Jason Bentley. All these people saw me or heard me on WATP. It was 2 people. Like, he just exaggerates every scenario every single time. So as soon as he says a ton, it's 1. It's always 1.
But
before we jump into the clips, I'm going to run through these real quick. I want to thank Gary Player for becoming a YouTube member. Thank you very much. Open up your tab, accept gifted memberships, and become a member. This is where you're going to find it. This gentleman, ACDC5150. Ciao. Let's hit Edison Park. What's that?
Edison Park Inn. It's a bar in Edison Park, Chicago.
Oh, that's right. I know Edison Park.
I've been there many times. Yeah.
#1 show. Yeah, I've been to Edison Park. I had a friend that lived in Edison Park. Okay, we'll join you. Let's go. I do want to get to Chicago, though. I have friends there. I have some fans. I'd like to see it. The Pink Blanket Strangler, $2. I always tie up loose ends. They end up on I-80. That's great. That rumor's not going away anytime soon. But the one thing we can agree is figure out if he's the I-8er killer or not. We're not going to.
Well, I think the 2 highlights from the last 2 weeks that we've been off are his take on DabbleCon 2 and the intern party boy saga. And you weren't really familiar with the intern party boy saga, so I think we should kind of show people how that whole thing played out.
And this is the clip you sent me?
Yeah, so for the people who are just watching, Ray had this intern for like a month and named Party Boy. And
on YouTube?
Yeah, and unfortunately for Party Boy, he has some health problems where he needs a kidney transplant. which is very sad to hear. He's a young man, and prayers go out to you, party boy. You're a good egg, as Ray would say.
Good egg.
He's a good egg. He was a cool guy,
Is he though?
I'll say yeah for the story, but
Yeah.
Ray, this is interesting because Ray likes to draw. There's a whole arc that plays out in this one episode about this. So
I can't zoom in on this, but his tweet says it's the Decline host, Ray DeVito, and MLC podcast. I miss everyone. Went to the hospital in March with an end-stage kidney failure. I'm back home, but I'm on dialysis. I'm a dialysis patient until I find a donor. Basically, just not been doing anything at all or watching any shows since. So let's play it from here.
With end stage kidney failure.
Oh,
I am back at home. But
he's repeating what I said.
But am now a dialysis patient until I can find a donor. Basically, have just not been doing anything at all or watching any shows since. So that's what he's been doing. And this is my rock bottom account. I got to follow him. I didn't realize. Well, and I'll follow Decline host too. I didn't know I wasn't following.
Hey, can I point something out real quick, Chow?
yeah.
So if you ever watch, I know Ray has me blocked on Twitter. He still hasn't unblocked me, but I go through my old burner account to see what Ray's up to from time to time.
The Nate J.
And I notice like he'll have like a tweet has 2 retweets and like 5 likes, and I'll go to it, see who retweeted it. It's rock bottom, so he's always retweeting himself.
Well,
So
Nate J was Ray's biggest fan until he got called out on that shit. So
yeah, Nate J was the original retweeter, but now rock bottom retweets it. So he retweets himself.
Decline host. My apology. I wasn't even following my intern. What a piece of shit I am. I just found out I wasn't following my intern on the rock bottom Twitter page. What a piece of shit I am. Oh my Lord. I am a piece of shit. Oh, come on.
Repeat it.
My apologies, party boy. But yeah, so everyone keep them in your thoughts and prayers. Make up your own prayers. Don't do the prayers that already exist. Make up your own prayers. Put your prayers in your own words in case there is a God.
You can jump to the next one. So this is just to set the stage.
Right.
Of what happened basically. And you'll come to find out on this episode that there's a whole arc of Ray's emotions of gifting one of his kidneys and being a hero and getting laid because of it, realizing he can't and deciding he's not going to. And it's all driven by super chatters.
So you can really dictate Ray's life by a super chat. You can really tell Ray what to do by a super chat, and that's a pretty powerful way to live. So let's get to this one.
Message him back. And
This is sorry. Let me set this one up quick. So this is actually like the day after Brendan had some story. I didn't really get the story, but Brendan had some story about herpes or something.
Mm-hmm.
So Ray had to come out the next day and say like, oh, I have the same story. So I just threw this in too, but it's great.
All right.
I take those games way more serious than I should. But yeah, so Kevin was telling a story, I guess, about how he had herpes. And the guy thought he was having gay sex. I don't know if you guys remember that a year ago, but that happened to me, not the herpes thing.
Gay sex?
But when I got poison ivy, and it wouldn't go away, and I also had heat rash at the same time. So it was a combination of so I would itch the poison ivy, and then I thought it was spreading all over the place, and it would turn into heat rash because I was scratching. So I don't know what the fuck was going on. So I went to the ER, and they gave me a steroid for that to like nip it in the bud.
Nick up a
But
pen!
also at the same time, it's when monkeypox was at its height. So I'm in the ER with all these like fucking blotches all over me that looks like chicken.
And before we go further, who spends more time in the hospital, Ray DeVito or like a chemo patient? I mean, this guy's always in the hospital. It's unbelievable. I can't,
And he's like, are you, he's like, I need to ask you sincerely, are you gay or straight? And I'm like, I'm straight. He's like, anyways, when's the last time you had intercourse with a man? When's the last? I'm like, I never have. I'm like, I wish I was gay. I told him I would.
Is this a bit? Or is he doing a bit?
I kind of vaguely remember some story like this last year, but well, you never know with Ray. Remember, like when you call him out on something, then he'll say it's a bit, but then you.
I think he's running a bit. I think this is his open mic right now.
Wish I was gay. But he didn't believe I wasn't gay. He's like, listen. I was like, test me for monkeypox. Please test me for monkeypox, which I did. I didn't have it. Turns out it was poison ivy.
Boo.
But he was looking at me like, this guy's obviously gay. He's got to be gay. That's monkeypox. But yeah, I was going through that in the ER with the doctor. It's like, dude, I was like, dude, all right, enough. Just test me for monkeypox. You're not going to insult me by testing me for monkeypox. Let's do it.
Why did he say monkeypox 3 times, Joe?
He says everything at least 3 times. I've noticed that.
It's unbelievable. So you could really do a drinking game and be drunk in 3 minutes.
I held hands with Jim Stansel once. Maybe I do have monkeypox. That guy tried to kiss me before. Maybe I do have monkeypox. Like, have you been hanging out at soccer ball stores? Does someone at a soccer ball store?
He just assumes everyone knows Jim Stansel and that inside joke. Like, you got to be like a very, very small niche group to get what he's saying right now.
With a kayak. Was he a tiny little guy? Did he try to kiss you? Did he try to kiss you on the mouth? Which Jim Stansel has. And no, I want no part of it.
Second time he brought it up.
Yes. No. Got a stiff arm. Got to put the Earl Campbell. It's like, no.
I was Ray drinking right here. It's still daylight. He seems like he had a couple of cocktails in him.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, Leo Gunn, but I think this was the day he was all hopped up on pills, right? Because he had gone to the hospital for his knee, and then he did 2 episodes this day, and one of them he was drinking out of a bottle of wine, but the other one he had talked about some pills he was taking for his knee, so pain pills.
Should we jump ahead or keep going?
Jump ahead. I mean, I think there's a couple other good parts that touch on the whole Party Boy saga.
So do you think he does this for for people to feel bad for him? Always going to the hospital and he might have monkeypox, and I mean, there's always something going on with the guy. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he'd been talking about for a week before or so his knee thing. I haven't heard him talk about it recently, but I don't know, man. But the Party Boy thing is incredible.
When are you donating a kidney to Party Boy? Your biggest. I just told you. I didn't even see the super chat. I told you. I'm in. If I'm a match, sign me up. Sign me up. If I'm a match, I got your Party Boy.
He takes a drink of booze. I want your kidney, buddy. What the fuck, man?
Looks like champagne or something.
Yeah, Party Boy, you go get a kidney from Ray right now. You know what? He probably could give Party Boy the kidney, and then he would die 2 months later because Ray's kidney's bad.
Well, I think you might have skipped one of the parts, but he was like talking about like, man, can you imagine if I did it? I'd be a hero. I'd get laid and like, oh man, I'd wear a shirt saying I gave this guy a kidney, and like people would like respect me and all this. So in his mind, he's already like done this great deed of giving one of his kidneys to this guy.
Do you think he gets so drunk that he thinks he actually gave the kidney already?
I don't know.
You know,
it played out over a couple days. So
here's Beloved Chattered as moderator. Let's jump ahead to this.
I am sure you'd get tested to see if you could donate a kidney, right? I will, but all right. Beloved Chatter. All right. Beloved Chatter might be calling my bluff right here, because I will say this, Beloved Chatter. And I don't know what this makes of me. But if I was able to donate a kidney and it would go to Party Boy, I'm in.
Serious.
But if I'm just like signing my name to donate a kidney to anybody, you're right. If that's what we're saying here, yeah, I'd have to have a talk with doctors. Now if it turns out like they talk to you and they let you know everything's cool.
By the way, he says I will if I'm donating it to Party Boy. Yeah, if it's someone else, he goes, I'm not just giving it to anybody. Does he know Party Boy's real name?
I don't know, but I just love when the Cleveland Slow gets like all serious like this. He's like, yeah, this is serious time. You know what, Beloved Chatter?
Like, with all due respect, I'm not giving my kidney to Party Boy. Like Salvador M loves this show. Salvador M's great. I mail him a shirt. But if Salvador M goes, dude, I need a kidney. I'm like, okay, what's your fucking name, dude? Like, where are you from? I don't know anything about you.
Well, this is my proposal because you know how Ray disrespected Kevin so badly.
Yes, of course.
I think to squash the beef and get back on Kevin's good graces as a reprimand, Ray should give one of his kidneys to Kevin. I know Kevin doesn't need it, but just out of principle to show his loyalty because he was so disloyal in the past. If he takes out his kidney, gives it to Kevin, Kevin can put him back on the payroll and pay him $50 to $100 a week for the rest of the year.
Look at Ray's face right now. This is fantastic. What a great pause.
Serious.
Fine. But yeah, if it is someone I know, maybe I would give one to someone, anyone, like, I don't know, but like I do know Party Boy a little bit, so that does change the ball game a little.
Has he met Party Boy, or he just knows him from super chats?
Well, he was on Ray's show for like a couple times.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay,
that makes sense. Yeah. I think I'm making sense.
That's another thing. Does that make sense?
The fact that I do already like Party Boy. You know what I mean? Like,
does that make sense?
Just giving up a kidney, you don't know that person in any capacity. How do you know if he?
Why does he always re-explain it? Like he explains it, re-explains it, and then explains it again.
He actually is a good person.
Does that make sense?
It's the Cleveland slow. That's what he does.
Does that make sense though?
If you understand what I'm saying, so.
Does that you understand?
I don't know. So maybe that would change the ball game.
Yes or no?
You're correct in suggesting that.
Yes or no?
But if I know it would help Party Boy specifically,
just repeating it.
Then yeah. And again, where I'm not like in danger. Well, then like the whole thing. If I'm not in danger, maybe. That's all I'm saying.
But if I can save his life, then yeah.
So all right. I'm just doing a comedy podcast here, beloved chatter.
Where's the comedy? Speaking of saving kidneys, before we get back to that, let's go through this real quick. I know two guys that would I'd donate my kidney to. Reels, everybody, donating, gifting 20. Holy balls. Thank you, Reels. We love you over here. You're the fucking man.
That is why I am better than everyone in the world. Kiss my ass and suck my dick, everyone.
You know who else I give a kidney to? Malware. Holy shit. Show me. Wow. Thank you, Malware. Very nice of you. I love your work. And look, ladies and gentlemen, we got a celebrity joining us today. You know him. You love him. You watch his short videos, his films. He's a great man. Go to the YouTube page. Hit subscribe to Franklin Sheckler. Ray lied to Liam, claimed he didn't have herpes. That's a fucking fact, Jack.
Yeah, I guess Sheckler DME said Ray revealed he had herpes in April, but in the last stream he lied to Liam and said he did not. I can't do the facenda, but wait, how Sheckler talks.
You said he had herpes in April?
Oh no, I don't want herpes. I got Nick Ricardo's dick.
All right. Sorry.
So yeah, that's if Sheckler says it must be so. And Sheckler, we're taking a little license and playing because we're going to cover some of the DabbleCon, so we might play a couple of your clips here as well.
Oh no, we're not taking license. We're showcasing, baby.
Showcasing. So
yeah, we're giving him credit where credit's due. We're not taking his work. We're like, go watch the rest of this motherfucker. That's where we're going. Let's jump ahead to the 45-minute mark here. This is another clip. Do you want to set it up?
Yeah. So as you can see at the beginning, he's all for it, and then his enthusiasm wanes after he's taken his victory lap for donating the
imaginary kidney that never went anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, let's watch.
Down to hang out with Party Boy whenever he's able to, man. He's a good kid.
He's a good egg.
Terry knee. If you have gout, you need both kidneys. How's a knee? Get an Uric acid blood test. Yeah, I guess I probably am not a candidate for being able to donate a kidney because, yes, I do have gout and.
Oh, no.
Yes, so.
Oh, no.
See, I'm probably not a candidate. I don't know. What do I know? But yeah, Terry Knee's correct. Terry Knee's a friend of mine. We've talked in person about
Terry Knee.
things like health issues. How's the knee? How's the knee? Are you talking to yourself? How's the knee? He's talking about Terry Knee the whole time. How's the knee? I think that Terry Knee is doing very well. But no, the knee's getting better.
If Ray's gonna scroll his page here, I'm gonna scroll mine.
Yeah, so you can see it didn't take much. I think that's about it. I dropped something else in the private chat that puts an end cap on this whole kidney situation. But you can see, sorry, party boy, it doesn't sound like it's going to work out. He goes on. This plays out over a couple days, and I think the next day someone asked him about it, and he says, "Yeah, I called my doctor. It's not going to work." Which, yeah, right.
So he went ahead. He was going to give the kidney. He was gung ho about the kidney. Then all of a sudden, the kidney's not going anywhere.
Yeah, just based on some chats. And then, and then he's like, people were like, "Well, did you get checked out for the kidney thing?" And he's like, "You know what? Yeah, I called my doctor and told him." And he said no. So sorry, man.
All right, this is from Sheckler's Twitter. This is Liam. Let's set it up.
So
Liam brings up the kidney thing in a masterful way to question Ray on it the other night.
We should get Liam on a Ray DeVito show one day.
Yeah, that'd be great.
We can do that.
I would have to.
Go drinking with one kidney? Are you fucking kidding me? That's amazing that you're going to do that. But you'd be saving this guy's life. With your friend. That's amazing.
I would have to.
Go drinking with one kidney? Are you fucking kidding me? That's amazing that you're going to do that. But you'd be saving this guy's life with your friend. That's amazing.
So there you have it. It boils down to he doesn't want to give up drinking. And that's when it really turned for people or for him, when people started chatting like, dude, you can't drink with one kidney. Like, it's very taxing on your body. He's like, what? Oh, whoa. I can't do that.
So he chose drinking over saving a party boy's life.
Yeah.
He's not going to let that one go. Wow, that's awesome. Hey, we're killing it right now. We got over 200 people watching. Thank you so much. Hit the like button. Thank you so much once again to Reels Malware for donating, Gary Player for signing up. But as you know, we are sponsored by Planet Fitness. That's the #1 sponsor for the show. Get yourself a membership at any location across the country. You can sign up for as little as $10, and if you use the promo code MUDCHOW, they'll give you a discount in select cities. Just ask your general manager. But shout out to Planet Fitness for your sponsorship. We love you over there, and thank you so much for the support. Here's their commercial. Enjoy.
I got a serious burn on today, bro. Deep down in here. Did you get your burn on?
I guess so.
Bros know when they get the burn on.
Maybe here?
No, bro. Bros know. Burn.
And that's why I don't like gyms. Well, we're not a gym. We're Planet Fitness.
No gym intimidation, no lunks, just $10 a month. We're not a gym. We're Planet Fitness.
How's your Planet Fitness membership doing right now, Chow? Well, I can't hear you. I think we cut you off there.
I muted for a sec. Yeah, it's been amazing. I've been eating their free pizza and scarfing their free bagels, and you know how it goes.
There's so many just perks, That's what I love about the gym, and I'm so glad that we have our black membership cards. You can tan there. I don't know if I know you're in the colder part of the country, but you can use their tanning beds. They got the massage chairs, and sometimes I'm running late. I can't grab a Gatorade or a water. They got a cooler there. You can just grab a cooler and a Gatorade, and it's a great place to work out, man. I can't highly recommend Planet Fitness. Everybody I know has a gym membership. I mean, all but one. Ray doesn't have one. He's banned from Planet Fitness for fat shaming Felicia, and shout out to Felicia Gillespie for getting him banned. That's fantastic work.
Hey, take a look at the chat. I'm going to pull up something for you to pull up, a quick little clip, okay?
Okay, yeah, no problem. This guy hasn't been a member for 6 months. Thank God Ray closes the open mics. If he was the opener, the person who had followed him might catch the herpes from the microphone. I never thought of that. That's a good, yeah, because, you know, some comedians bring their own microphone. Some people are real germaphobes. I remember one time I had a cold on a show with Swartzen. We were in Fort Lauderdale. He's like, I want another microphone. I go, I'm all right. He's like, I'm not chancing it. So, yeah, you don't want to catch the herp from a Ray DeVito mic. That's not good. That's not good. G-Rob's in the chat. She's a moderator. Is Planet Fitness only $10 a month? I get a membership just for the pizza every day. Yes, G-Rob. It's a fantastic deal. Go there. Let Ray know you're going. Spread the word. I want everyone to work out there besides Ray. So let's go to this clip. You want to set it up?
I do. So just on the matter of fitness, since you brought up Planet Fitness, I didn't prep you on this one, but it's a little clip from an episode in the last 2 weeks. And you know how we all know that Ray loves muscular women, and this is a little insight into that. So
loves them.
Enjoy, folks.
Oh, yeah.
So this was her sports card.
This sounds good.
And I remember thinking, like, as a little kid, like, she's kind of hot. So I did like that. So, yeah, this is me saying I'm into athletic women. I'll admit it. I thought Wendy Rickner was hot when I was a kid. There you go. So there's
oh, my God.
Peter Sky Parker.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's Wendy Rickner. And, yeah, that was my favorite trading card when I was a young boy.
Oh.
That's what I'll say.
What the fuck, man?
So there you go. So that's what that was, Peter Sky Parker.
Peter
so
Sky
that
Parker.
is why it was on the screen. So again, not much in there.
That was it.
This is the only thing I have to say about Peter Sky Parker, because he's still sticking around with Ray, and all I have to say to Peter Sky Parker,
Dick Rider! Dick Rider! Dick Rider! Dick Rider!
totally. It's disgusting.
He's an OG when it comes to Ray. You know, he can't quit him, but he
He's
goes
a
in
dick rider.
a little bit, but at the same time, he gives them hell sometimes too. So I don't know. I got love for PSP.
Pull up the Sheckler video. I'm going to pull up American Cupcake, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a member for 1 month. He's back, baby. He's back in the mud shark business. What's happening, boys? Truckers use the Planet Fitness for showers. That's cheaper than a truck stop. That's a good idea. And a lot of people, I lived in Los Angeles, California. A lot of people would actually get gym memberships, and they would live like at their friends. They wouldn't have a place to live, and they would just go to the gym and shower. It's kind of convenient. So that makes sense for a lot of truckers. And guess what? There's Planet Fitnesses across the country. So no matter where you're trucking, you're going to find a Planet Fitness. So that's not a bad idea. And why don't you get yourself a piece of pizza on the way out, right? Sounds good to me. Be safe out there.
Yeah. So I dropped it in the private chat for you.
Yeah.
The other big event that happened over the last 2 weeks was the oscillating decision of to go or not to go to DabbleCon 2, the big event for Ray.
That he wasn't invited to. Let me just put that out there.
Yeah, and we really, really wanted Ray to go because we thought the content would be great. And there was rumors that even though he didn't go Friday, he might show up Saturday uninvited. And I was trying to tell Gunn, like, dude, just tell him to go. Tell him to go. It'll be great. But it didn't turn out. Regardless, there's a whole bunch of stuff, whole bunch of talks about it. And Sheckler summed the whole thing up perfectly.
All right, this is from Franklin Sheckler. We know him. We love him. If you know who Ray is, you know who Sheckler is. Go subscribe. This is from his great YouTube channel.
That they will do AI. I bet they do AI with the. And also, if they don't do AI with the phone calls, then they're. I'm calling them right now. They're going to do AI.
So he's talking about the Kate Meany John, Stuttering John tapes, right? Our phone callers, right?
Yeah, so he had this weird theory that they're not gonna have real tapes. They're gonna play AI tapes, right? But I think I have a theory on this, and let me run it by you, Mud.
Please.
I'm under the impression, because I know Kate Meany, and she was trolling Ray from like early January.
Oh, I know. She would tell me she was. Yeah.
Yeah, up until like April or May. She sent me the link to a show and like told me all this shit. So I have a theory that she has tapes on Ray talking shit about, I don't know, whoever in the Dabbleverse, because they used to talk on the phone all the time.
Well, I'm not to jump on your words here. I heard from two people, I'm not going to name my sources, I never do, say Kate does have tapes on Ray. She's recorded Ray's conversations. I'm just going to put it, listen, she's a train wreck. She says she has tapes on me, and by all means, play them. But if you have tapes on Ray, I will pay good money to hear those tapes. So I'm just saying, if she wants to play in the mud a little bit more, if she likes the dopamine drip from DabbleCon 2, let's hear the Ray tapes. Right?
Yeah, so I think that because Ray's I don't know, just the way he thinks, I can tell like he's trying to be like, he was very angry, like lashing out, like, if you just play the real tapes, that's scum, and it's got to be fake, it's got to be AI, you got to be creative, all this different type of stuff. He's freaking out about it. And then after the fact, someone brought it up to him in a super chat, Noga, the other day, and he wouldn't read it. Yeah, he wouldn't read the super chat saying like Kate has recordings of you. He wouldn't even acknowledge it. So I'm pretty sure Kate was recording, and he's trying to squash.
Yeah. So I think
release.
when he said you shouldn't play the John tapes, because it's Ray thinking she probably has tapes on me, because we've had a lot of conversations, and Kate's not above doing that. So it comes back to Ray. It's not about John. It's about Ray. So let's watch the rest of this Scheckler video here.
Sluggardly thought process in Raymond's drug and booze-addled brain has led him to the conclusion that the John Melendez tapes are not real. And even if they were, DabbleCon 2 would not use them because they will use AI.
They have to do AI. I mean, you already said you got this tape, so that's what it's going to be. That's going to be the joke. It's going to be silly jokes. It's not going to be taken serious, nor should it be taken serious. And a matter of fact, that's why I hope they play it. I hope they have AI Kate Meany and AI Stuttering John. And I guarantee that's what and no one told me this, by the way. It's just me guessing, but I guarantee you it's going to be AI voices. It's going to be AI voices of John and AI voices of Kate Meany and their phone conversations.
And did you catch that? He guarantees you.
That's perfect. DeVito doctrine right there.
Guarantees you their AI voices.
And if they don't do that, then they're missing out on comedy gold.
Comedy gold, says the slow.
That's how you do it right now. You do an AI John and an AI Kate Meany. This way you get to manipulate whatever conversation you want it to be. And then it's a joke. It's obviously a joke because everyone's going to know it's AI. Nobody's better at doing voices and stuff in this Dabbleverse than Rocco, Tukey, Bedorable, whatever you want to call him.
He loves Tukey, by the way. He thinks he's just a comedic genius. Like, Tukey could do no wrong, and all Tukey does is troll him.
Well, he likes anyone who's bigger, right?
Oh, yeah, he thinks Tukey's bigger than him.
He is this day. Andrew Dice Ray, whatever. He's definitely got to be involved, and he's got to do something hilarious. I think it's going to be hilarious because he's a very talented man, very funny dude. So I bet they do it. They'll do some AI phone calls, and if they don't do the show, I think Stuttering John is getting all worked up for nothing. That's what I'm betting, but I'm assuming it would be AI John.
So he went from guarantee to I'm assuming, and I bet
AI Kate. That's what I'm assuming. That's just me guessing. Comedy gold, I tell you, comedy gold.
Raymond's single big comedy performance of 2024 was canceled because only 3 tickets were sold. He doesn't let that stop him from telling non-homeless comedians what comedy gold is.
Yeah, it's going to be some AI stuff. And it'll be funny, dude. If Rocco's behind it, it'll definitely be funny.
So
I do think
time out. He made up this whole scenario in his head about AI voices, and Rocco's now behind it. He just in his mind thinks Rocco should be behind it, so now he is behind it.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I think what happened, it gets into it because I've seen this, but yeah, there was some talk of like, oh, they're just AI or something. And I don't know where Ray's getting. You could make a fortune because Ray used to gamble all the time. You remember that? He'd always like be like, I'm betting on the Cavs tonight.
Yeah.
I'm betting on the Knicks. Yeah. And every single time he bet, he'd lose. So I'm telling you, like every time he says, I guarantee this is what's going to happen, it's the exact opposite. It's DeVito doctrine. So you could make a fortune just counter trading Ray and counter betting him. Like ask Ray, like, hey, is the stock market going to go up today? If he says no, then you buy long, you go long. If he says, yeah, it's going to go down, then, you just do the opposite of what he says and you're going to make money.
Right. Let's watch a little bit about this.
That's going to happen without a doubt. And if it doesn't, then they're missing some comedy gold.
The last time Raymond was paid more than $100 to do stand-up comedy, he accidentally threw away the cash at a gas station.
That's all.
He's got comedy all figured out, though.
If they play their cards right, there's no real tapes. What you do...
This guy sucks on the right. What's this guy, Shmuel?
Yeah, that's Shmuel Buckman, dude.
That guy sucks.
He was he came on Ray's stream and like to be an on the ground DabbleCon correspondent, and he's just sitting in his hotel room and he's like, check out my Tukey shirt.
I mean, this guy oh my God, he tried trolling me on Twitter. I'm like, who the fuck are you? But Ray's so lonely, he needs anybody to take the link. Jesus.
It's Buckman.
All right.
Is you use AI, AI John voice and an AI Kate voice, and then you get to make whatever script you want. You got to make it outlandish so everyone knows it's satire and parody, so it doesn't come across as like you're trying to fuck.
Why is he so serious about this? I mean, he's so serious about this AI thing.
Stuttering John, so everyone knows that it's a joke.
And in retrospect, looking back at this, they were actual tapes. They played them. So how did he rebuttal from this? How did he say, like, it should have been AI? I can't believe they did it, or has he addressed it? I don't know.
Oh, fuck. He did touch on it a little bit, and he said it wasn't as bad, and it was still bad form that they did it, and I don't know. It wasn't.
He's just hoping he just hopes Kate Meany doesn't have the tapes that she says she has on Ray.
Yeah, or Shuli or Carl don't have the Ray tapes.
Dude, I want to do Raycon so bad. Raycon somewhere. We'll do it. Let's pick a city.
Well, we were planning the Ray Palooza, and we got a bunch of commitments. We were going to do it in Gary, Indiana. And I think you're one of the headliners.
Gary, Indiana's a little sketchy. You've been through there?
Well, that's why we wanted to do it there. It's like a city that exemplifies Ray. It's like a downtrodden shithole. So that was, I think, MGD's idea. But yeah, it's in the works. The big organizer behind it is Leo Gunn. So it's going to happen. Ray Palooza.
Who did you say? Leo Gunn?
Yeah. He's helping coordinate with it. We're going to make it like Skankfest.
You know what I think of Leo Gunn?
Dick Rider! Dick Rider! Dick Rider! Dick Rider!
He has a wrench.
And that's how you play it.
If only Carl had been smart enough to hire comedy genius Ray DeVito for DabbleCon 2.
All right, I politely disagree, but
no, that's what you don't play the real fucking tapes. Like, this is supposed to be comedy, right? We're supposed to be creative and funny. There's nothing funny with just putting people's real dirty laundry out there.
You know what? When Jim Florentine did all those terrorizing telemarketers CDs that he's made, tons of fans and money from, he should have put those out there because those were real phone calls. Those were real.
Did they have AI back then?
They didn't. They didn't have AI, and Crank Yankers. They made real phone calls. They should have just used AI. And had Tukey do the voices.
Everyone knows AI comedy is the best.
It always has been and always will.
Like that's just dumb.
According to the Slow, the Dabbleverse is definitely not about showing the world what a terrible person John Melendez is by using his own words. Raymond believes that on the subject of John and Kate, comedy gold can only be achieved through scripted parody satire AI.
You're a fucking untalented hack if that's what you do. You're an untalented fucking hack if you can't be creative and do something fun and interesting, and instead you just try to be malicious and a dick.
I'm sure they'll be
That's just
creative.
me.
20 years into stand-up comedy, yet still performing at open mics and opening for hypnotists. Raymond confidently preaches about what real comedy is.
I'm sure that they'll manage to do.
Yeah.
They'll manage to do something to make it humorous.
If you're just trying to be malicious and a dick, then
He's going to repeat himself one more time.
you're an untalented asshole. Quote.
So,
Okay.
so everybody at DabbleCon that were laughing at those tapes, the people that played them were untalented assholes. That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, see, he goes so hard on this. This is where I generated my theory about Kate Meany having tapes on him. Like he's putting himself in John's shoes. Like he doesn't want that to happen to him.
To him, not John. He don't give a fuck about John. He doesn't want it to happen to him.
Ray DeVito has the nerve to call other people untalented assholes. Incredible. Just incredible.
So I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to say they're... Hang on. Let me finish. I'm going to finish my podcast. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, and I say they're going to do something funny, and they'll use some AI voices and have a fun conversation. Like they'll make it fun. That's what I'm hoping they do. That's what I do. If you do other stuff, then that's just going to be malicious and kind of a douche move.
How's that fun if we use fake AI voice? I mean, it's not fun. It's not fun. I see a lot of these new podcasts doing the AI things. A couple of them are funny, but it's so beat up. It's just like, I don't know. It's not fun to me.
It's my take.
Raymond throwing the labels malicious and douche move at other people. We will return to the audacity of that statement in a moment.
Again, like I said, with the tapes, I hope they play around with it and have fun, and it's not anything just malicious to be a dick. That's what I'm hoping. Daughters are OnlyFans. Have you seen my daughter's OnlyFans? Hi. My skin's still on my body, and it hasn't.
Oh my God, the tone.
Yeah, so I would just say go check out Sheckler for the rest of it, because the rest of it mainly points out Ray's hypocrisy, in the past of him calling
hypocrisy police.
Basically every woman a 200-pound cow or all of his shit. So it's funny, but doesn't have to do with DabbleCon. So
Ray hates bad people. Hates
them. Does. Yeah, unfortunately, that's his one.
Unless you're Jason Bentley, who gives them an allowance.
Yeah, so it's sad, but if you guys are fat, you'll never be a friend of Ray, unfortunately. So
yeah, unless you give him money. If you give him money, he'll be friends with you. He'll sleep on your couch. That'll happen.
I wonder if Liam's watching, because I'd be curious to get his take on their dynamic, because Ray does hate fat people. I forgot about that in context to my theory that Ray
and Liam's a larger man. We could say that.
Yeah, but then Liam's I guess he's higher in some degree in some aspects of alt comedy,
But then again, he was on Comedy Central, he had a premium blend. So in Ray's mind, he remembers that. So that's kind of a big deal to Ray, even though it means nothing to no one anymore.
Right. It's this weird pecking order that they're on together. And it's great to watch when they interact, because Ray usually knows right away. He had this Dabblerverse fan on last night, that Dave Sierra dude, and they're just talking about WATP and all that stuff. And Ray knew he was better than that guy in his mind, so he talked shit to him and told him to shut up and was disrespectful to him. But on Kevin's show, he just repeats whatever Kevin says right back to him.
So go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, no, go ahead. I'm just proving my point of the hierarchy thing.
Right. Well, I have a question for you, because Ray was going hard in the paint at me when Kevin, Brennan, and I were fighting, and he's getting really nasty. He was making up stuff. He was saying this, that. And he's really backed the fuck off since he went on that hiatus. He doesn't say shit about me anymore. Why do you think that is? Your theory?
I think it's fans. I think fans convinced them go after Chad more back then. And then now they're like, no, we like Chad more than you. And he's like, oh shit. So I think it's just he's very subjective to persuasion on whatever to think. So that's my idea on it. But last week he said, I love watching Chad and Chow's show. I don't mind when people cover me and all that. So
Oh, he watches us. He's watching, huh?
yeah, I didn't clip it up because it's been a busy week, but
Yeah, we actually have things to do.
yeah. So I think that's probably the cause of why he's gone. But when you dunked on him on Friday, on MLC, you were 100% correct. And I remember sourcing that rock bottom 2018 or 19. Ray said on the record that Chad Zumock introduced him to Kevin Brennan.
I played the audio.
You played the audio. I found it for you.
Yeah, you did.
Well, Scheckler did, but I was like, yeah. So yeah, that's proof. So like Ray can sit there and go, I don't know, maybe you did, or maybe it was Bob Bickerstaff. Nope, it's proven. Chad got you on MLC the first time. You owe your life.
His life.
Yeah,
I mean, I helped make him $9,000 last year. I really facilitated that. And he's gotten more followers, and whatever Patreon that he has is because of me. And he doesn't even promote his $50 tier like I promote my $100 tier. And he has Beloved Chatter signed up for the $50 tier to promote whatever. And Beloved Chatter wants to promote my Patreon and MLC's Patreon, and he won't do it. But shout out to my $100 sponsor. Go ahead and sign up. What's that?
So recently, a new chatter bought in to raise $50 thing to support Red Bar.
Yeah,
Red Bar Scars Club, and Ray's done 2 reads for him. Man, I should have clipped him up. It's just, we're lacking. We're turning into DeVitos over here, but yeah, Ray's plug for it was just kind of like, I think it's Red Bar. You've heard of them, and that's it. And like you could tell, he was apprehensive to even say Red Bar. It was the worst plug ever. And Beloved Chatter was telling him like, dude, watch Chad, learn how to promote a product, learn how to plug, all this type of stuff. And Ray
now, was it worse than his hot sauce pitch on Jim and Sam?
It was worse, dude. I'm telling you, it was worse.
Wow.
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, it was and like all the chats, like, dude, you spend more time on a $2 super chat about nothing than this $50 sponsor. What are you doing? So, yeah, it's just his priorities are all turned upside down on everything. It's insane.
Speaking of $2 super chats, thanks to Gonzo, Chad Nation, hashtag #Ray DeVito. He killed my mom on I-80. I believe it. I really do. Thank you very much. Alex Ortiz, this is the Ray Horror Picture Show. That's a good way of looking at it. American Cupcake wants us all to know that the Planet Fitness showers is much cheaper than a truck stop. $25 a month go to any Planet Fitness in the country. That's a consumer tip. That's why people tune into the Ray DeVito show. Because as you know, Ray DeVito is always looking for a deal. He's always looking for a scam. And if you want some sort of hookup, some sort of deal, come to the Ray DeVito show. So if you want a shower, it's cheaper than a truck stop. $25 a month. And by the way, where can you get cheap coffee from? Where does Ray get it?
Panera
Bread. Do you know the deal on that?
He's in a mug club of some sorts. I don't know what he pays per month, but it's basically unlimited coffee for like $10-20 or something. They give you a mug. I don't know, probably doesn't even wash it out. He just goes in there and refills it. So like got mold inside of it, infecting his brain.
By the way, before we get to good egg of the week, I want to point something out real quick. And before I do that, how about Bill from Jersey, our guy, gifting 5?
That's head mod Bill there.
Head wrench, motherfucker. This guy's
wrench.
He's carrying the biggest fucking wrench there is here, ladies. Just go with it. And he will be my guest when I'm in AC, him and Ken Mosca, when we go to Rob Sell's bar. It's going to be great. Beloved Chatters in the free chat says Ray steals a full glass of milk as part of his coffee sip club. Is that true?
Yeah, Scheckler did a whole video about it. He would go in and you know how they have the canisters with milk to add to your coffee? He would turn his back to the front and like fill up a cup of milk and dip his cookie in there instead of just buying like a milk for like $1.89 at the front desk or at the counter. He would steal the complimentary milk.
Well, I know for a fact, I told you when Ray ran into Jim Florentine a second time after he went up to him and Paul Verzi outside the stand. And Jim, he apologized to Jim for like, hey, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have, I shouldn't have been gossiping. He's a non-confrontational guy. He's like, that's no problem. He's like, where are you going? He's like, well, I'm going over to Gas Digital. He was doing Godfrey's podcast. And Ray's like, you mind if I tag along? And Jim's like, yeah, I don't care. The reason why he went there is because Gas Digital has snacks. They have a refrigerator with beer in it. So he just went for the snacks and the beer while Jim podcasted with Godfrey and left.
Yeah, I've heard that tale. I actually brought that up to Mike Harrington when he was on our show, and he gave us a little background into that story. And he had good things to say. He had mixed things to say on Ray, but he did say Ray's one of the biggest hustlers. Like, he's constantly going up to people and like, hey, yeah, can I do your show?
Well, Mike Harrington, I know Mike Harrington very well, actually. I worked with Mike. I've known him for years. He's Canadian, so he's automatically nice. And you could take it. I don't know if you met people from Canada, but you can take advantage of their niceness pretty easily. And I think that's what Ray does. And Mike Harrington's one of those guys. Okay, so I'm going to pull this one up. This is what I want to comment on, Chow. We're going to go off script here. We're going to call an audible. And we'll get to you in 1 second, Mr. Legend. This was from the infamous, famous interview with the legendary Bonnie McFarlane. Did you tune in for that one?
Oh, yeah, of course.
So now we were talking about the mug club that he possibly might be in. Now look over Ray's left shoulder. You see that in the very back? That mug's been there since he's moved in podcasting. Do you see it?
Yeah, I pointed that out.
You were the one that pointed that. Someone else pointed it out to me. So Ray's been in this basement for I don't know how long at this point, over a year at this point. He's supposed to live there for 2 months. And that mug is still there.
It's incredible. And this stream was a few weeks ago. We have like 4 or 5 different clips from different episodes of him wearing this Primus shirt, whatever that,
Right.
He's wearing that same shirt all the time. But yeah, that mug's been there. Someone actually super chatted him the other day and said, hey, can you show us the mug? And he claims there's pens in there.
That's what he said?
Yeah. Yeah, he said it yesterday or the day before. Someone super chatted him about it because now people are getting concerned about the mug.
Yeah, there might be something in there. Like, I don't think there's just pens in there. I really don't believe that.
You'd think you'd see one popping out the top, like a cap or something. Because what is that, like a?
Here, I zoomed it. I went ahead and zoomed in on this mug. This is what it looks like. It looks like a 7-Eleven. I don't know what it is.
Could be a stadium souvenir mug from like a.
Yeah, it could be from when he worked at the Cleveland Municipal Ballpark. Did you know he sold hot dogs there?
Yeah, I've heard that tale before. So
yeah,
I don't see why he doesn't do that now. It'd be like the perfect job. He doesn't get a gym membership. He gets exercise. He hucks hot dogs up and down the aisles. Makes decent money on the side.
And he can eat hot dogs too. He can eat hot dogs too because that's his favorite food, right?
Yeah. So it would be perfect for him. But loves baseball, loves hot dogs, loves exercising.
It's everything Ray wants. Yeah, and he could probably sneak a beer here and there. I think that's a great idea.
Oh, those guys are always loaded too. Those vendor guys.
Before we get to good egg of the week, let's go through the super chats. We want to thank the legend himself. Ray's going to a Green Day concert. He invited me just now. What? Breaking news. Whoa. So he loves the legend because Legend played Major League Baseball, and he loves that era of baseball. Says, would I go to the concert with a dude? Come on, Ray. Literally 10 minutes ago, bless his heart. If you're from the South, you know what that means. Yeah, he's an old school chewing tobacco, baseball guy. He's not going to a concert with you, Ray. This guy's had girlfriends. He's slept with girls. He's kissed girls. Ray, don't be a Piazza. Quit asking men to the ballpark.
Yeah, that's a unfortunate situation. I know there's one other clip. The Clippers have caught on to Ray in a big way lately. You jumping on and just devastating him on MLC. That was clipped and shown everywhere. So I'm sure everyone's seen that. Then there's also his newest drawing. Would you like to watch that? That could also tie into Good Egg.
Yes, send me the drawing. We'll fly through these, and then we'll do good egg. Let's take a look at the poll before we do it. You can go over to sit down Zumock on the front of this page. Right now, 44%. Liam is leading good egg of the week. In second place, we have Leo Gunn at 25%. In third place, we have the legend at 19%. I know he's a competitive guy, but I don't think he's going to mind if he loses this poll. And in last place at 13%, the Gay DeVito Twitter account. So go ahead and vote, and we will tally up good egg of the month or week. Excuse me. We got Ray Sad Treadmill, $2. Panera Track Ray Stolen Milk, felony charge soon. They tracked the stolen milk. That's great. Thank you, Ray Treadmill. Gonzo says Ray stole my mom's life. He stole what's GD Snacks?
Yeah, so this is a Gonzo Shitcock, and he's been doing this running troll on Ray. I guess he's I don't know Stern, but he's a famous guy from Stern. And he's been trolling Ray the last couple nights about how Ray took out his mom in 93. And Ray's starting to get like so mad about it. It's a great troll. He's been throwing him $2 at a time. And Ray's getting to the point where he's like, won't even read it. But
wow. Gonzo, I'll read every super chat ever. I don't give a fuck. Send it in. Shout out to Miss New York, sweetheart. Thank you. Hope you had a good time at DabbleCon 2 in Rochester. Thank you for the super sticker. Bubba's here. Hey, Bubba. Do you think this shitswear is the president of NAMBLA? What a ridiculous, sad man he is. Listen, this isn't a shitswear show. We're not talking anything but Ray DeVito. So if you want to tune in to Kumia's Cucks tomorrow at 1:30, we'll talk shitwear, we'll talk steel toe, we'll talk Kumia. But today we talk Ray, gay Ray. Jesse Angela, her photos, her photo, Freudian slip. Her shirt's coming. Check the mail tomorrow, Thursday or Friday. Was Bonnie cosplaying Marilyn Manson or what? I don't know what that means. Oh,
Bonnie's the way she's dressed with that.
Yeah, sorry, I read it a little too late. We pulled up Bonnie McFarlane. She was dressed very, I don't know, cosplay, I guess.
Grungy, I guess you'd call it.
She's trying to look cool. She's a 53-year-old mom trying to look cool.
Well, in that episode, remember Ray's like, I got a Primus shirt. And she's like, she had some like the Smiths or something, if I recall. Like she had a band shirt on too. So they're both like around that same age of like in their 50s trying to look like hip or whatever.
Looking cool.
Yeah.
Except Bonnie's actually an accomplished comedian that's done things and's been on TV. That's why. And she's in the hierarchy, by the way. Ray looks up to her.
Yep.
The Pink Blanket Strangler, $5. Thank you very much. That's the mug I make white into. Also for the children whose mothers I've put in the early grave. I have no regrets. Hashtag Pink Blanket Strangler for life. Oh, God. Thank you very much. You guys are great. Bill from Jersey's here. How you doing? Gonzo used to mess with Eric the Midget. He was on Howard on the phone messing with Eric. Yeah, you know what? That's bringing back things. You know, all these hard school Stern fans, I used to listen to Stern like a lot, but I forgot so much, but they remember everything. So I'm sorry if I don't catch on. I don't remember, but thanks, Bill. I appreciate it. This one's coming from Dr. Chow. We're going to pull it up. Hold on. Let me set this one up real quick. I apologize for the delay. I'm pulling a stuttering John.
Yeah,
Ciao.
I can set this one up. Oh, yeah.
Go ahead and plug what you got to plug while we set this up. Oh,
Mir Musk, we're still doing our interviews. We're just running low on guests. So if there's anyone you guys want to see, we've basically interviewed every single person in the Dab. We've had Chad, Ray, Kevin, Ski Mask, Bill from Jersey's been on our show. Gina Bobina. Half the chatters have been on our show. So we're running out of people to interview at this point. But I think we're going to do a little more football-based stuff with the season upon us. And, yeah, I'll plug that, and then I'll be doing this with Chad as long as Ray's around.
And that might not be much longer. So you want to catch every episode because it might be the last. All right, this is from Stallion 19. You want to set it up?
Yeah, shout out Stallion. And I want to give a little note on this before it starts. I watched this, I believe, and Ray said in it that I don't know if it was a joke, but he said basically that there was like 4. He's only seen 4 in his whole life, and he's talking about
Vaginas?
Yeah. So
Wow.
that's a little context leading into it. But Ray's been doing these drawings. Everyone remembers the infamous drawing. And he's going to do another one with Liam here.
All right, here we go. And this was suggested by KB, right? All right.
KB, the female. Yeah. She had like super chatted it.
Not KB, the male.
Is KB really here? KB, let me know you're here. I'll Ray Palooza, 2024.
Oh no, she's here
with free Ray P kits. Yeah, Mr. Ray.
She's here. She's here. Look,
Ray
she's
P,
here.
Mr. Ray.
Dude, KB's in the free chat right now.
Oh, she's in the free chat. I can't.
Come on, man. You said if she was here, you would.
She's over there now.
Pink blankets and leftover appetizers that no one. Jesus, KB.
And also $1 hot dogs.
Confirming the vagina pick. Come on. All right. Jesus.
Okay, we gotta do it. Now we.
By the way, here, Chow, I don't know if you watch MLC today. Do you suggest? Because someone said Ray can't be a child pornographer because he doesn't know how to take photos. I said he'd probably draw them. He probably has drawings.
I don't know what.
Let's keep it going.
Ray, do you need to like look at an encyclopedia for reference or something?
Yeah. All right. We got to do.
You want to Google it real quick? This is a human vagina, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a human vagina.
Okay.
All right. I gotta do it.
Why does he take this so seriously?
Respectfully.
Respectfully.
He's drawing on
There's
a
lady
Zoom.
present.
I mean, how's this entertaining?
He's like looking up at the screen like he's afraid of it, like looking at it even. He's like,
look at it. I need something for inspiration.
Why is he?
You're the meaning in my life. You're the inspiration.
Maybe one that hasn't had 5 kids come out of it.
Yeah. All right, here's the vagina. All right, Jesus. All right, so we gotta.
Well, we know you've seen one once. It's been a while though.
Yeah.
He's just like, yeah.
how scared he looks looking at it.
He's scared. He's looking. He's this. You fucked his life up, Kay.
Stuff happening.
Wait, KB, do you want him to draw the exterior or also the interior? Like, how detailed do we need this to be? No, he 100% Googled it. There's no.
Hey, can I just go ahead and pat ourselves on the back how better our podcast is about Ray than Ray's actual podcast? Please, I mean, you guys got to give us props here, man. What we're doing with Ray is way better than what Ray's doing with Ray, and it's about Ray. I mean, look at this. This is a fucking nightmare.
The client host, you are right.
Yeah, I'm good. I just
KB, you are 100% right too. You Googled
it. Yeah.
Hey, here's a little tip for you, Ray. I know you're not listening. You won't pay attention. When you're drawing your vaginas and penises, just put the microphone away. You just put it away. So you don't go. You don't have to have it in front of your face.
Oh my god. See, Ray, when we're friends, I make your show better.
He does, actually.
Yeah.
Dude, I never not liked you. You're just can be weird sometimes.
I am just the voice of the chat, Ray. I only ask what they're afraid to ask.
Here we go.
All right. What are they afraid to ask? They're not shy about asking anything. What are you talking about?
For some reason, he thinks these drawings are something. I don't know why. Didn't he want to go to DabbleCon and sell his drawings?
Yeah. So now he's claiming. I think Leo got a couple of them. He gave him a couple to Leo, and he's claiming he sold them. He sold them all, and he's a paid artist and all this shit now. So I don't know, man. He's got his own world of
Everything goes to his head. The standing O, the paid artist, the roast ghost battle. It's just too much.
Yeah, beloved, I think you're right.
What's that?
No, just me and beloved are having a talk.
All right, for KB.
She's actually
All right,
helping him, by the
KB.
way.
For KB, this is
Come on, Ray. Jesus. Jesus. It looks like a
Okay.
toilet bowl.
So
Well, it looks like the lady's
she's on her
crowning,
back
like
her
with the
legs
baby
spread.
coming out. The
Yes.
baby's crowning.
Okay.
there you go. That's my
That's-
vagina.
Whose vagina is that?
It looks more like that guy's asshole he drew from behind.
Whose vagina is that? I'm gonna give you the model that
Okay. I think we would have rather you drew
This
it
is podcasting 101, everybody.
from memory, like you drew a dick.
That's funny. Yeah, he drew the dick from memory and he had to like Google vagina.
Yeah, and of course he Googled what to look for, and the picture he found is like a woman getting ready to give birth. Like she's all dilated out, and there's like it doesn't even look like. Yeah, it's like, what is he doing?
Oh my God. What the fuck? I can't. That's why we can't do the radio Vito show every day. I'll kill myself. I mean, I'll hurt myself. Something bad will happen to me. I don't want to do that. Oh God, what are we doing? Oh my God. I say we get to the good egg of the week, but let's get through these ones real quick. Thanks for all your super chats. Pink Blanket Strangler, $5. Thank you. They're scary when the girls are still breathing for some reason. I can't fix that. I've seen 4 moose knuckles, and 3 of those were my mom and sisters.
Sounds about right.
I think Franklin Sheckler should do like a fake movie trailer for a horror movie of the I-80 killer. I think that'd be fantastic. And just make it like a fucking Wes Craven horror film. If you're still watching, you need to do that. Make it a horror film of the I-80 Strangler and things Ray have said. It'll be so funny.
Well, isn't Liam the co-ed in film school? Maybe that can be his project. Is like make a horror film based on Ray, or
not a bad idea.
Any film based on Ray. You know, get yourself an Oscar, Liam.
Yeah,
make us proud.
A movie trailer of the I-80 killer starring Ray DeVito with a pink blanket, all of it. He strangles his victims with a pink blanket, throws them in a basket, and then buries them. He needlessly read this, Chow. I can't read.
He needlessly included a leather Cheerio again.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it was.
Jesus Christ.
If you saw the drawing, it was like one of those, like an encyclopedia. Like it was all like showed the internal parts, like so you could like point out with like the anatomical definition of what each part was.
Right.
So it was like. It was just disturbing.
No, it was terrible.
The pubes and everything on it. It was like,
I mean, yeah, he drew pubes. You don't have to draw the
and the butthole.
Yeah, I don't think of pubic hair when I think of the vagina at all. Gonzo, I miss my mom. Wish Ray didn't kill her back in 1993. Wow, that's when I graduated high school. I didn't know he was killing people back then.
R.I.P.
Rest in peace, your mom, Gonzo. I'm sorry to hear it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. Let's see, the votes are in. Just to give you full disclosure, Chow and I picked the good egg of the week before this poll, and I like to say that you guys were totally on board. We got Liam at 43%. We got Leo Gunn at 25%. The Legend is at 18%, third place, which I think he's happy about. And Gay DeVito, the Twitter account, is at 14. So, Liam, if you're watching, get it back to him. Somebody let him know that he's the victor. He's the good egg of the week. Give it up for Liam, everybody. The good egg of the week.
It's nice to be extraordinary, never ordinary. I'm a good egg, not a bad egg in my heart. I'm a good egg, not a bad egg in my heart. I'm a good egg, not a bad egg in my heart.
You're a good egg.
You're a good egg.
Squashed.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Just to highlight his accomplishments, you saw him there. That was a great clip. He appeared on 2 episodes. He got in a fight with Rob Saul and Ray. They teamed up to go against Rob on 1 episode. You saw earlier he called out Ray about, hey, you're going to have to quit drinking once you give up your kidney. And both of his appearances on the Rock Bottom podcast were great for the show and great interactions with Ray. So well-deserved this week. Leo, you've had a great week, as always, consistently. I wanted to shine some light on the gay DeVito, because that Twitter, I saw a couple of his tweets recently, and it just made me laugh my ass off. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out. We'll feature him going forward a little bit. But Leo, put that Good Egg Award on your wall, and when you get an Oscar for the Ray DeVito movie, you can knock off the Good Egg and replace it. Hats off to you.
It's a hell of an accomplishment. It's I don't know what's more important, an Oscar or a Good Egg of the Week. It's up there, man. I mean, maybe a VH1 award. I don't even think the network's there anymore, but
the Moon Man from
MTV will be fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to try to be pumping these out once a week because that's all we can do and that's all we can take. But we do appreciate the support and people actually do like it. It's very niche. If you know Ray, this is the place to be.
One thing before we get out of here, I want to touch on Leo Gunn. He asked Ray, he said you used to work at Rock Bottom Brewery. Is this true?
That is true. Who said that?
Leo.
How does Leo know I worked there?
I don't know, but he thinks Ray stole the name for Rock Bottom Podcast because he looked up to you so much that when you worked at the Rock Bottom Brewery.
You know what? It makes sense. That checks out because I tell you what, I moved to Cleveland from Kent in 2011. I got a job as a bartender at the Rock Bottom Brewery in the West Bank of the Flats. And guess what was in the Rock Bottom? In the basement, below the Rock Bottom, the Cleveland Improv, the comedy club, which Ray was a comedian at. He was a comedian before I was a comedian, and he was full-time. So I think I remember Ray coming up, grabbing a pint, going downstairs. So maybe he's like, Chad works at Rock Bottom, and that sounds like a good name. I'm going to name my podcast Rock Bottom. So, yeah, it checks out for me.
There you go, Leo. You discovered you were on to one when you brought that up to me. And I was like, wow, I never thought about that. But incredible work, Leo. So you're well on your way to a good egg, and that wrench looks amazing on you tonight.
Great wrench. See, Leo says it all makes sense now. You're the one who broke it open, bro. Thank you. We appreciate everybody. Everyone that participated today. Before we roll out, let's thank some of the high rollers that came to play. Reels. It's Reels, right? Or Rels? Reels? He's gifted 20. That was fantastic.
Good
Malware is great. You told me a little something.
Yeah, Malware is one of my homies. He's great. Good egg.
Yeah, Malware did something really cool. He gifted 10. That's not what he did cool. He did something really cool. Welcome American Cupcake back in the mix. Bill from Jersey gifted 5. Legend came in with 20. And Ababa, this is New York. We love it all.
Good egg.
Pink Strangler.
Good egg.
Thank you very much. You're all good eggs. And we appreciate it. For Dr. Chow, what's your Twitter one more time?
Dr. Mega G, DRMEGAG.
Give him a follow if you're not following already. I'll be back tomorrow at 1:30 with Kumi as Cox, one of the hottest shows on the internet. And we will see you next week sometime. Thank you very much. I got to burp. Bye.
squashed.
Squashed.